Hello type, welcome internet people. Today we're going to be learning how to draw characters from hit indie game Egregore. Yeah. So first we're going to draw the main character, which is Jane Egregore. So first you're going to want to draw a shape. So this one's kind of hard to draw, but just follow my tutorial and you'll so then in that shape you have to draw another shape. It lends itself very simply, smiles, and so now her nose, which is a normal type nose. Nothing special. So now finally you have the eye. You can't forget the eye. That's the most vital part. That's the most iconic part of Jane Egregore's character. So make sure she's looking up, because she's looking out for danger. Because the most scary enemy in the game is directly upwards at all times. So now that her eye's done, so we're gonna make the eye a bit smaller. That was kind of freakish. She looks like an ogre. So, just draw the eye. It's a shape. So make sure she's looking up, because the most scary enemy in Egregore is the enemy that's always above you at all times. And you have Jane Egregore. So now we're going to draw the second titular character, the fetoid. So this character is the character from Egregore, and so follow along, because you just match my strokes on the canvas, because this is all just like a big canvas. And so you draw a dot in the middle and connect that like so. I haven't said it so far, but you have to use your mouse for all of this, because all 99-zip properties are made with a mouse. That's necessary. By the way, I'm not 99-zip, that's just my company. But as you can see, the shape isn't right, because we need to draw the right shape. So you're almost there, you're halfway there. So now draw another box. And then do the flaps. It's just a shape. The fetoid is composed of shapes. And that's what lends to its creepy factor. That's what truly makes you scare your socks off. And make sure you have all gaps filled, because that lends itself to a bad drawing. And so you almost think you're done, but the last thing you need to do is draw the fetoid. So the fetoid is a shape, and you just draw a little bean, and because I used to be a fetus, so I'm familiar with this concept. And don't forget its legs. And yeah, so now you have a, oh, and you need its eye. So you now have the fetoid, iconic fetoid from Egregore. So the next character is going to be Handy. So Handy is probably the hardest to draw, but don't be dissuaded. Because he's just a shape. So this game is it lends itself to the sort of countenance which suggests shapes. And so this kind of looks like a shape. And so now that you've got that shape done, you're ready. And so, make sure all the holes are patched up, and so now we can begin. So the eyes are kind of hard initially, but don't be scared because they're just a shape. So the shape is unique in that it looks like a shape. You want to add some corners because the horror comes from the shape, and you want to make it look more like a shape. So now we move on. Just kidding. Smiles. We're gonna make the final part of Handy. Is his award-winning smile. And finally, the last thing about Handy is you need to draw his, or its, whatever it is, the clown thing. And that's Handy Egregore. So, second to last, we have the angel. So, the angel is actually a bit harder to make, but to cut corners, we can just copy Jane Egregore. And so, to make the angel, you make these shapes in this exact order. Don't stray from the tutorial. You'll get lost. And so Now this final shape can be daunting to beginners, but I'm not a beginner. I've made this shape. And just take this shape. Yeah, that looks normal. So we're gonna fix this because it looks wall-eyed. The angel is canonically not wall-eyed, so I just want to rectify this. And so you have the iconic angel character from Egregore. And so that one last Egregore character, Grins, is the ghost lady. This one is hard to draw, but don't be afraid, I'll guide you. Smiles. So the shape is a bit, you have to get her shapes, because she has some shapes, and ghostly features type trope, and so you have to nail her pose, but I'll nail it for you because I'm doing the tutorial. And make sure her shapes are present, because this character is a shape, and you need to make sure you capture her shapes. And so that concludes the tutorial on how to draw the Egregores, the Egregore characters. Please rate 5 stars. I hope you enjoy this video. Smiles. Goodbye.